Hey folks, so I'm trying something slightly different today. So for your chili challenges for maths, it's subtraction. I know a lot of you are fine with that, especially fine with chimney sums and things. Other people have different ways of working it out, but I just thought I'm going to do a quick little subtracting and borrowing through chimney sums tutorial for you, I suppose. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to make sure that when you're looking at the question, say the question was 624, subtract 137, let's say. So if we had that, you'd have to make sure that when you rewrote this in a chimney sum, you put the bigger number at the top or the first number at the top, because we're doing 624 subtract 135, not 137 subtract 624. So when I rewrite this, I really wish I had squares on my page here because I always have a go at you about that. So 624 subtract 137. I'm going to run out of space here. Hide this. There we go. Okay, let's change to red so we can see the changes that we're making. So we're going to start off with our ones, then we're going to move on to our tens, then we're going to move on to our hundreds. Sorry, the screen's moving because I'm using the touch screen. So we can't do 4 take away 7 because if I have 4, I physically can't take away 7. I've not got enough to do it. So the ones are going to have to borrow from the tens. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow 10 from here. So now I've only got 1 10 in this column. And that 10 that I've borrowed is going to come all the way down here. So I'm now going to have 14 take away 7. So 14 take away 7. If you use 100 square, if you use your fingers, toes, you might have parents or siblings or whatever to use if you use your hands for that. So 14 take away 7 is 7. Sorry, these numbers are dodgy as anything right now. I'm trying my best, I promise. 7. Right, now we're moving on to our tens column. We have 1 take away 3, but again, if we have 1, we can't take away 3 because we've not got 3 to take away from it. So we're going to have to then borrow from the hundreds column, which is fine because the hundreds has 6 hundreds in it, doesn't it? So we're going to score that out so that we've only got 5 hundreds left. And then we're going to take that 100 that we've borrowed and we're going to add it over here. So really, this question that we're now doing for the tens is 110 take away 30. Well, it's easier to think of it as 11 take away 3. And 11 take away 3, again, get some fingers, get some tools, whatever makes it easier. 11 take away 3 is 8. And then once we've done that, we can move on to the hundreds column, and we can do 500 take away 100, because if we have 5, we can take away 1, which is very simply 4. So nice and straightforward. I'll quickly do one more for you. I'll get rid of this. Let's open a new page. This takes its time. My computer is not working very fast today, unfortunately. I don't want to see that. Okay, so let's have a look at another one. Let's do 8,742 take away 2,828. Let's do that. So again, I'm going to make sure that my first number here, so this number right here, is going to be on top. I'll give myself a bit more space this time. So let's make the actual question I'm rewriting green. So 8,742 subtract 2,828. Right. Let's put all of our answers in red again. So we're going to start off with our ones right here. And we've got to think, can we do 2 take away 8? We can't do 2 take away 8. So again, we've got to borrow from the tens. So if we borrow from the tens, we are going to have 3 tens left, but we are going to have 12 in that ones column. So again, 12 take away 8 is 4. My brain didn't work there. That would have been embarrassing. Now I'm going to move on to the tens column. Can I do 3 take away 2? Do I have to do any borrowing there? So if we think about it, if I've got 3, I can take away 2, and I only have 1. So I can just put that in there without having to do any borrowing. Nice and straightforward. You don't always have to borrow. Don't always feel like you have to. Always double check. Then we are going to move on to our hundreds column. We're going to do 7 take away 8. Is that something that we can do? If we've got 7, can If we've got 7, can we take away 8? Nope, it's not enough. So again, we're going to have to borrow from that hundreds column and bring it over here. So now we're doing 1,700 take away 800 technically, but it's a little bit easier just to do 17 take away 8 to work out what this is. So 17 take away 8 is 9. And then our last column, our thousands, can we do 7,000 take away 2,000? Yes, we can, and nice and straightforward. So it is 5,000. If you can work out your sums using this method, it makes it super easy because then you can just do numbers that are 8 million digits long, and if you do that same process, that same formula, you can do. As I said, other people have worked out other ways to do it, but it's a nice, simple, straightforward way if I'm not getting a chance to chat with you, okay? Challenge your folks, challenge your siblings, see if they can do it as well. If you have any other questions about it, give me a shout and we can have a wee chat on Teams, okay?